What up, YouTube? It's your boy T Hoop, and I'm back again with another video. And tonight, I'm gonna give you my final verdict on my very first iPhone. Now, it was kind of an experiment I conducted. Did you catch that pun? I like puns, by the way. Anywho, I kind of knew what the verdict was going to be beforehand, because I'm an Android guy. You know, you had something for so long, then you try something new, and you just start missing what you had for so long, and you just can't help but go back to it. I'm starting to sound like a slow song. Anyhow, but anyway, I decided to give it a chance anyway. And I gotta tell you, I was surprised. Now, there's a couple things that I don't like about the phone, but there's a whole things that I do like about the phone. The things I don't like about it, it's no fault of the phone. The phone is beautiful. The things I don't like has all to do with me being used to the Android operating system and not being able to adjust to iOS. Now, the phone runs smooth. It was a couple hiccups. I know it got an update from 11.1.1 or something. And there were some bugs. There was a lot of bugs. But that's not the phone. That's the software. And I'm pretty sure Apple will fix those bugs. So that didn't bother me. Being an Android guy and being open source, I'm used to bugs. If you know anything about Android and Android being open source operating system, we have bugs. Lots and lots and lots of bugs. So the bugginess with the operating system didn't bother me. I think I got 2 updates from the short amount of time that I had it. So, I mean, that's one thing I can say about Apple. They are on top of their updates. When they hear about a bug, they fix it. Unlike Android, might take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. But then that's where the developers come in at. That's why I like the open source. Anyway, the main problems I had with the phone, while it's a beautiful device, the phone is absolutely beautiful. I am used to bigger phones. And I thought that I would be able to get past the phone not being as big as the V30, as you can see. Or I thought I can get past it not being as big as the big dog, the king of all Androids, the Note 8. And for a minute, I kind of did. But the keyboard is just too small. It's almost like the phone, even though the screen is big, that funny aspect ratio, I think it's like 18.9 or something like that. But it's long and it's not wide, which means the screen, the keyboard from when you're typing. Let me see if I can pull something up here. It's not gonna, well, yeah, it's not gonna yeah. Now, if you see there, I don't know if you can see, the keyboard is tiny. Now, a man like me, let me pull this out, make sure I ain't got no messages open. Start up a new message. Anyway, a man like me that's got big thumbs, it don't work because you start tons and tons of typos. Now, if you look here, I don't know if you can tell, but you look at the screen real estate and the width of the note. I can type better and more accurate. See the difference in the screen size? And I spend a lot of time texting. I spend a lot of time on social media, a lot of time on Facebook and checking my emails and stuff. So I'm constantly on the keyboard. But I was constantly making errors on the iPhone's keyboard because it was just too small. So that was one of the things that I couldn't get over that. Another thing, the notch at the top. Now, it's really not that big of a deal if you got a black background, you can't even tell it's there. However, if you go into a website or something that's has a lot of, right, let's see here. Let's go over here. Let's click on this here. All right. Now, if you go and you're scrolling up, that just don't look right. It don't look right. It like eats, it eats into the words. It's, I don't know, call me petty McPetty, but it just don't, that does not, I like the fluidity. Does that make sense? Is that a word? It's my word today. Anyway, the fluidity of the scrolling. But it's not doing it for me because instead of focusing on the words, all I see is that big black notch right there. And yeah, they got an app. I was looking at it and they got an app that's out that actually removes that notch. Well, basically it just makes two black bars there to where you can't even tell. But then you're cutting away on the screen. So that was a design flaw by Apple, I think. I think it's a better way to implement the cameras or put the cameras or the sensors somewhere to where it's not that notch right there. And you know what? I've seen leaks for the Galaxy S9. And I don't know where that source is coming from. But the Galaxy S9 has that notch. And I'm telling you right now, Samsung, if you come out with that notch, okay, I'm still get it. But don't do that, please. Don't. It's ugly. It's the ugliest thing since a Mississippi mud duck on ice skates. It's ugly. Please don't. Another thing for me that's kind of I couldn't get used to is no always on display. Now, when I'm asleep, I got my phone on the dock on this little holder here. And I like to see, if I get a call or a text or something, or I want to see the time. If I wake up, I want to see the time. I like to be able to just look over, glance over, and boom. Time, notifications, all that. On the iPhone, as you can see, it's black. Black. It's a black hole. There's nothing there. And I found myself sometime, rolling over and trying to fumble to find out where I could tap to get the screen to come on. Not used to it. Wasn't feeling it. At least a little bar or something. I mean, come on. I couldn't get past it. Now the screen itself, absolutely beautiful. And I'm a channel into my Charles Barkley. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just beautiful. But of course, we know who made the screen. Samsung. It's beautiful. I give it to them. Beautiful screen. It was about time they left that 5-year-old LCD technology and changed over to an AMOLED screen. Now, I will say this. And if you watch my other video, you saw where I had my burn-in problems on my Note. This is the new one. I'm not going to do anything different. And we're going to see if I have that burn-in. But I'm thinking, since Samsung made their displays, are they going to have the same burn-in problem? Y'all going to have to let me know because, well, I won't have it to see. So, yeah, I'm sending it back. Spoiler alert. But, and another thing I really like about the device is, and this is a gripe that I have with Samsung. Now, you got Google that's coming out with the stereo speak with the bottom, the dual speakers. Speaker coming out here, speakers coming out at the bottom. And Apple stepped up and did the same thing. The sound coming out of this phone is amazing. It's right up there with the Axon 7 that I had. Those speakers were freaking amazing. And this, I gotta tell you, they were amazing. They sound so good. It's so crystal clear. You got the right amount of bass. They sound great. Samsung, take notes. You get it? No pun intended. Anyway. So, I guess for me, I do think I gave it a fair shot. But, yeah, X didn't mark the spot for me. I can't do it. You know, if I spend, wait for it, over $1,000 for a phone, I got to like it. I got to love it. I can't have all those quirks. And again, for people that are Apple lovers and that's always had Apple products and iPhones, the stuff that I mentioned ain't going to bother them because they're not used to always on display. You know what I'm saying? They're used to having smaller devices. They're used to the smaller, cramped keyboard. I'm not used to that. It's things that I can't get over, and I have to be able to justify, which probably can't justify paying that much money for a cell phone anyway. But being the tech nerd phone freak that I am, I still got to be able to justify why I'm going to spend over $8,000-$9,000 on a phone. And for me, I just can't do it. I couldn't do it. Now, I will say, if the iPhone X2, iPhone 10.5, 10S, you know how they name their phones, if it comes out a little bigger, maybe 6.3 inches, and take away that notch, I might have to revisit Apple again. If not, it was fun while it lasted, but it's got to go bye-byes. Anyway, let me know how y'all feel about the iPhone X. If you got it, if you're a first-time iPhone user, let me know your experience down in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about the notch. If it bothered you, if it didn't bother you. Let me know what you feel about the phone, period. If you're going to keep it. I'm not. It's got to go back. Anywho, it's your boy T Hoop. If you like this video, please hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And stay tuned to more videos because I'm going to start pumping them out. All right, y'all. Peace.